Morning all, here we are on about 7:30ish in the morning. I thought I'd start early. So I thought I'd start early to see what's going on with the problem I've got at the moment related to some bash programming I'm doing. It's not a particularly difficult problem, I don't think, but I thought I'd try to solve something that's been annoying me for a little while. Let's see if I can bring up my screen and show you what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a while, so I've got load on the screen, so let's hide some stuff. Start from here. Okay, so here we have desktop, and I have a hard drive, which I use to clone my main Mac's hard drive in order that I've got a backup every night. And it's normally attached to the back of my monitor, which is connected, which has a sort of USB hub, and then that's connected to my computer via Thunderbolt. So Thunderbolt display, plug Thunderbolt in, screen comes up, and all my USB peripherals connect as well, including this hard drive. I can plug it in now, and you can see what happens. What doesn't happen, because I can't remember what state I left this in. I've plugged it in. Oh, and nothing happens. There we go. Swishaw clone has turned up on the desktop. That's interesting, because that means that I need to work on this. I've got to, what I would like, my mind, trouble being so early, so my mind isn't sort of straight yet. What I'd like is I'd like that not to have appeared. I don't want that to appear, and we can do that fairly easily, so I don't want it to auto mount. So here's the way to do it. Let's get minimize that for a minute. If I go to cat/etc fstab, it's empty. So to stop that appearing, what I need to do is I need to add some entries into fstab. And the entries I need to add are relatively simple, and I've wanted to script it though so that I don't have to do it each time. So here's BB edit. I should have another BB window somewhere. Oh, maybe I don't. Okay, let's create it, upload it again. BB edit, no auto mount. Here we go. No auto mount. So the format is this line here. So what I can do is I can do disk util list. That'll give me a list of all my drives. And here is the one I care about, Swishaw clone. It's disk for S5. So then I can do disk util info disk for S5. And I need to pull out the fact that UUID. So copy that. And I need to fill out the fact that it's APFS, which I can get from type bundle. And then I add that to etc. fstab, like this. Vim, let's do this in this window. Sudo vim /etc fstab. I got that right? Yeah. So I can do UUID equals the UUID, none, APFS, read write, no auto. That's the important bit. There's no auto means it's a not automatically mounted. And then I would like to just write in Swishaw clone to remind me which disk it is. Okay, and then I'm done. Now I've done that. Let me eject the drive. Eject Swishaw clone. It's gone. Right, so let's plug it in again. Unplugged it. Plug it in again. Wait a bit. Wait some more. Still not there. I suppose we could eject the others as well whilst I get rid of them. Okay, so let's try that again. Unplug again. Oh yes, you can see there from that message what my current problem is. My current problem is, although I've now, via fstab, although I've now not auto-loading SwiftSure clone, there's a hidden volume on this APFS drive called SwiftSure clone data, which we can see if we go to disk utility. See here, SwiftSure clone is no longer loaded, but SwiftSure clone data is. If I make that bigger, you can see. There you go, SwiftSure clone data. Because the way Catalina and Above work, they have two volumes that makes up the one logical hard drive. So when I browse around the website, browse around my drive, if I go to some directories, they're in Macintosh HD, sometimes they're in Macintosh HD data, because all my system files and folders are read-only. On the read-only container, everything I change is on the read-write container, the dash data. It's a security thing. It's not necessarily a bad idea. So clearly I need to also remove this one. So I can do that by just looking up the other number. So go back here, list, it's SwiftSure clone data is disk for S1. And then I can do disk for S1. And then look up the new UUID, it's that one there. Control copy, go back to Vim, duplicate this line, and put in, oh that's, did I just pick the wrong one? That's the wrong, oh hold on, let's take it up. It's because I did a change to, it's that, oh no, it's not that one. Change to space, it's that one there. Because whenever you do a yank in Vim, it clobbers my clipboard. One day I will remember to do double quote 0 to stop that happening, but I keep forgetting. Oh, the wonders of clipboard history. Save that. And now if we go back to disk utility, eject my media, close that. So get nothing to eject. So unplug it again. There it is. Definitely not plugged in. I feel like a magician. It is. There it is. It's not plugged in. See? Definitely not plugged in. Now I go plug it in. And absolutely nothing should happen. So if we go to disk utility now, we should see the drive is recognized, container disk 4, but neither have been mounted. Which is exactly what I want. Because the idea is that I can now unplug without getting a nasty warning that I haven't ejected appropriately, which I can do. If I eject by, well not eject, if I just remove the hard drive, now it's disconnected, you can see it's disappeared out of disk utility, but we have no notification has turned up, which is exactly what we want. So plug it back in, Macintosh recognizes it, eventually, voila, and it hasn't mounted, which is exactly what I want. Problem solved. That's what I need. To put those two lines in here and we're done. I'd like to automate it. The reason I want to automate it is that whilst it's great to have gone look them up, I'm going to forget over time. So let's copy those two lines. And this is no automount. The idea behind no automount is that I can do no automount followed by my disk like that, and it's going to do the right thing. It's going to create the two records in fstab. I've done most of the work already, so I've got this function called add identifier that, given an ID, the disk4 S2 or whatever, it will then add the right entry. But I'm struggling with getting a list of identifiers and the name. So we need to pass in the name here. equals volume name equals $2, and that there comes volume name. Right, so to show you how it works, what we do is we call add identifier with the UUI, the disk number. Let's look up again. Actually, I want to clear this out first so I can prove it's empty. So let's clear that first. So cat at, yes, there's nothing in fstab. Go back here. What was it? It's disk4s1 and disk4s5. So I should be able to do disk4s1. Which one's which? S5 is the data. Swift Shore clone. And then S5, Swift Shore clone data. Let's just check that. Disk util dist. No help. Swift Shore clone is 5, Swift Shore clone data is S1. Okay, like that. And then I'll add an exit here. And we'll add an echo after this line. Echo. Oops. Added $UUID, volume name to dash etc. fs tab. There we go. Not in Vim anymore. Hit Command S to save. Okay, so now if I do slash no automount, it needs sudo. Let's try and get that right. There we go. Added 2, and then it's done. What's it done there? Exit : W not found. That's not a good look. I was going to have a W there. And then it's done some other stuff. So let's go back to here. Cat etc. tab, and you can see the 2 lines are back in. So the basics are now working. The problem is I don't want to have to look up disk4s1 and disk4s5. Let's comment those 2 lines out. And that's what this work down here is supposed to do. Get the list of identifiers. So disk util grep name. Which, because name is empty, it's actually got everything. So what I need to do is I need to put in a test here. If $name, is it -z for 0? -z name. Then the echo usage no auto mount disk name. Is it braces? Let's put in braces so we can remember to do it. Exit 1. So let's run the automount again. Usage disk name. So Swift Shore clone. Automount disk name. Oh, that's interesting. It's obviously not -z. How do you detect that comma is that's needed? Oh, it's name. Wake up Rob, capitalized. There we go. No automatic binary operator expected. It doesn't like that still. Actually, let's look it up then. There's Safari. Actually, bash test for empty string. I'm not a very good bash programmer. One of the points of these strings is to show that I'm not doing it right. Oh, hello. We should have done a double quotes around it. So let's put double quotes like that. That to there. There we go. That's it. So if I do that, yeah, usage no automount disk name, pass the disk name in. Right, and what it's done there is this stuff down here. Get list of identifiers. I call it diskutil list grep $name. So that gives me the list. And then the idea is I'm trying to read them in and just echo in the lines. So the list. So if I echo list directly, $list directly and exit so you can see what's going on. You get that. I would like to read them one line at a time. So to read them one line at a time, we echo the list, but we pipe it through while read line do, and in this case I'm doing lines, but I could put in here echo one line at a time, and then echo the line out. So you can see that it's reading each line independently of each other. There you go, first line, second line. So I can process each line separately, which is the plan. And then this bit here, setting up IFS. IFS is the separator. So if I don't set the separator like that, we lose the spacing. And I think I need the spacing. So I'm keeping the spacing for now. Hence, that's where we've got to walk it all up to date, one line at a time, and pick it up each line. So now my problem is extracting this and extracting this. No, extracting this. Right, this is easy. 1, 2. No, it's not easy. Well, it's the last parameter on the line, and it always starts with the word disk. So I can probably use regex. So let's do it via regex. This might be where I'm going wrong. Bash regex extract match. Extract substring, that sounds good. Right, so you can do read, but read doesn't work the way I want it does. So the problem with read is read A, B time X is doing space separation. So that's A, that's B, that's time, and that's X. So that won't work. I think we need to use pure bash. Cut is also a way. Cut is obviously quite easy, but really you want the last one. I think if you use bash, cut last parameter. That's not cut. Last field using cut. Oh, that's a good idea. Reverse it and then cut the first character. Oh, I like that idea. Let's try that. So echo line reverse minus F1. Oh yeah, I like. Oh, this is going to solve my other problem really easily. Oh, we should have echoed it. Oh, we need to reverse the answer. Rev echo dollar. Not dollar. This is the ID, and that equals that. Echo dollar ID. Let's also echo the line again. Line. Oh, for goodness sake, drop. Get to there. Oh, there we go. That's not worked. Command not found. Why not? Line. Oh, echo line. That hasn't worked the way I thought it would. Rev cut. Maybe you do that minus D dot that they had. Maybe that means minus D space. There we go, look at that. Right, so now I've got this for go ID equal, that's not right. So, being terrible at my typing today as well. So there's my ID out disk for S5. Now I want to get out this and this. Sorry, not this, this. Now the problem I was having was that this is a variable number of parts. Well, I've still got that problem. So I can't cut one, I can cut 3 out maybe, but then I don't want the numbers. So what I thought I'd do is I need to regex for the word volume, no, regex for the word name that I pass in up to the first. And then I need to get rid of this bit at the end. But the easiest way to do that is let's just cut those off. So to get the retrieve name, line again, new line, or partial. Let's call it partial. Echo the line and cut F2. But also cut F1 before we reverse. Then you should end up, oh, we didn't echo it. Partial. That didn't work. Echo, dollar line. Oh, we forgot the pipe. That's blank. That's not a good look. Let's take that out for a minute. Partial is still blank. Have I spelled partial wrong? Why is that not working? Well, let's split it up and have a look. Start by just echoing the line. Whoops. Start by just echoing the reversed line. Let's try that. Yeah, the reversed line works. Cut minus D, F1 obviously works. But F2 doesn't? F2 is a space maybe? F3? Maybe maybe cut doesn't work like that. Maybe we don't use TOC. Why don't we use is it TR for token? Lost field. Oh, this is going to be useful later. Oh, yeah. That uses TR. think it's a regex I need. Maybe a regex is the solution. That string operations, $foo that. So what does that do? So echo dollar line hash hash. I want dollar name there. I don't know if it'll let me do that. Dot say. That doesn't work. Swift. Dollar. Braceline. Read minus A fields. Set. Okay, dollar line. Dollar line. Said. Right, said Swift. Star. G. Say. Syntax error. Oh, it's because dollar line, not pound line. We've missed out the done. And terminated substitution pattern. Oh, you need double slash. Ah, so that's extracted from SwiftSure. Okay, so that doesn't work. I think I'm getting lost. Let's go back to this one. Why doesn't this work? I think minus. I wonder. Let's take out this. Oh, we should have echoed partial. Partial. Dollar partial. GB. Because it's 1, 2, 3. So I should be able to take out 3 then. 3. Oh, this is looking more promising. Partial is 11. Why is that? 1. Oh, the dot is considered. Oh, really? Oh, that's better. F space 3. 1, 2, 3. It's giving me that one. Oh, that's not helping me though, because I want to remove. I'm trying to find that block. 1, 2, 3, 4 words, or this block 2 words. I don't know what these words here are, whether they're always APFS volume. They might be HFS volume, or they might be something else. So I don't know how long it is. So I kind of would convert it into an array and then remove that. Maybe we want to do that. Hash array split string into array by space. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. That would make more sense, maybe. Got any thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Let's have a look. Like that. How did we work without Stack Overflow? We need to put IFS. Oh no, we don't. Right, IFS is space. Read minus R minus A into array. And that's got to be $line. And then let's echo $line of 0 to start with and see what we get out. Get the whole thing, so it hasn't worked. Hang on, it's not line of 0, it's array of 0. Array is set to 5, that's not what I expected. Maybe do it like that. I'll take that one and so we can see what we've got. For the sake of that character. There are bits. There we go. Look. 5 APFS volume official clone 11 GB disk FC. So disk GB number data dash clone APS volume. So we can remove the last 3 now. How do we remove elements from an array? G bash remove elements from an array. How do we do that? Right, unset arrays thingy. Okay. We don't know how many we've got. Maybe this isn't the way forward. Let's go back to the regex idea. Said. $line said $name we get 11. Oh, that makes sense. It's the first thing after that. Hmm. Don't need that solution. I need to extract a substring. That looks clever, doesn't it? But I wonder if that's any good. Fn, regular expression. Well, this looks fun. Let's try this. Echo $fn. Fn. Echoes nothing initially because that's Fn n equals $line. Oh, no, it's 5 digits, so you could do digit 2, for instance. Still not going to find it because of the underscores. So I want to find $name followed by a space. Dot star followed by a space followed by a digit 2. It doesn't like that. So that brace, which is that brace bracket. Then we've got digit. Oh, that square bracket there's wrong. Still doesn't like digit 2. Doesn't like digit. Our digit needs 2 square brackets, then the 2. No? It looks like it should work. Digit. Brace 5. Does it want it in brackets? Oh, maybe digit only works in brackets. That would make sense. Change the command. Regular expression. Underscores are literals to mark mounting boundaries for the string being matched. Create a capture group. So we see That should be echo num, I think. It's out to short clone, not star. Has found Thrift clone 11 gigabytes stat. So I want to, instead of doing dot star, I want to do everything that isn't a digit. No, because that includes space, doesn't include spaces that way. Maybe it doesn't understand that, so maybe you need to do A to Z, A to Z space hyphen underscore hyphen. There we go, Swiss short clone down to Swiss short clone. Now that presupposes that the volume doesn't have a number, which is not true. So how about we go back to dot star, and that gives us that lot. But we know there's always 3 we can cut at the end. So this is partial, like that. That becomes line. So partial is failed. What have I missed? Partial line. There we go. Type G bash cut last 3 fields from string. That should be quite easy. Yes, Moonlit, it is always the brackets. What is it about them? I really struggle with them, particularly in regex. I feel like I'm brute forcing this, but I think getting a solution first, and then maybe we can work on making it a bit more elegant would be helpful. So here it's trying to do the last field, and I want the last 3 fields. Remove the last 2 limited strings. That might help us better. Yes, I mean, it says it's not only me. I'm sure that it's a common problem for all of us, but my goodness me. What is it? And I'm using BBEdit for this. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm using BBEdit here because I'm just doing a little bash script. Oh, it'll be easy. And BBEdit isn't my normal editor, so I keep hitting something which is deleting forward, confusing the hell out of me. Deary me. Right, so let's try removing the last 2 delimited strings on the grounds that, see, they're using awk. Awk nf equals 4. Awk nf4, delete the last 2 columns. That sounds promising. I wonder how you actually use it though. Do you pipe into awk? Let's pipe into awk. Oh, the trouble is nf is 4, it's the wrong way round. Well, let's try it. This didn't work. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do is, you see this string here. Right, actually, see this string here. What I'm trying to do is I get this string out of diskutil in a list, and I'm trying to extract just this bit here, the Swiftsure clone -data. Now, the problem is that I know there are 3 fields after the string I'm trying to extract, because this is another string in the same file that I'm also trying to extract just Swiftsure clone from. So I always know there are 3 fields after it, but there is a variable number of fields before it. So here we've got 5 APFS volume, but for all I know, it might be only 1 field for a different type of disk that I plug in. I can't trust that there is always 2 columns here, 2 fields. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to wipe out all that bit, keep this bit to here, and then wipe out this bit. And for this one, wipe out to here and wipe out this bit, i.e. keep swishshore clone -data. So the bit I'm trying to keep is a variable number of columns, variable number of fields, because unfortunately they didn't put double quotes around things. Double quotes would have made this easy. And I'm trying to do it in Bash. It would have been easier if I was trying to do it in a proper programming language, like Perl or Python or something. But with the way macOS is at the moment, you're never quite sure exactly which scripting languages are going to be available. Because in Big Sur, I've heard they're removing some of the scripting languages. So I don't want to depend on something that's no longer installed, because that'd be crap. So where I've got to, this magic line here is doing a regex to remove this section here. So essentially we're matching on $name, which is passed in. So we're passing in swishshore clone. So it's matching on that and then sucking to the end of the line. Ideally, we wouldn't do that. Yeah, tell me about it. Regex isn't my strong point either. Ideally, we would just stop at the end of data, but we can't because all we can do is find. We don't know what's after it. After it is a number followed by GB, but for all I know, I could be mounting a drive that's got a number in here. So I could be mounting swishshore clone -1, for instance. So I can't just say stop the regex at a digit, because that'll make no sense, or 2 digits. I've got to say stop the, no you can't. Stop the regex at a space digits dot digits space GB, and I don't know if I can do that in a regex. So my idea was that now we can go backwards and remove those 3, which we can use using cut. Wake up, Rob, we can use using cut, because we can reverse the string. Then we can cut -d on space -f3. Oh no, we can't. 4 onwards, and then pipe rev. That's just going to give me clone or data. Pipe G cut. No, I don't know if it's always GB. It might be something else. It might be megabytes, or if I'm really, really lucky, it might become terabytes in the future. There's almost certainly going to be a B for bytes, but I don't know what the character before it is. And I don't have enough sample size. I don't have 40 different external drives, and I've got no idea what I'm going to buy in the future. So I'm kind of making the assumption I don't know. It's my clear thing. And obviously the data is coming in. So if you look at the original data, the data is clearly coming in formatted. So we always know there is going to be the size followed by the identifier. Hence, I think we can just remove, oh there you go, there's an example. You could have KB there. I've never seen one that doesn't have a full stop, but this one incidentally has a plus sign. So that makes life complicated. So realistically, I always know there are 3 columns separated by spaces before the bit I want. And I know there's some stuff after the bit I want rather. And I know there's some stuff before it. So I've cleared the stuff before it now. So the idea is, can I clear these 3 fields? How hard can that be? This shouldn't be this hard. Well, programming, of course it's this hard. So my current idea is you can cut, we'll remove things. But I need to do 4 onwards, so I wonder what cut, let's man cut and see how it actually works. So I've been using -f. Cuts out selected portions of the field. The list argument is a common separated right numbers or number ranges. A dash or second number. Numbers preceded by a dash, it selects all fields on one to the... okay, so let's try F4 dash, i.e. from field 4 onwards I want to keep. Let's go back to here. No, not that one, Rob. That one. Hey, there we go. Oh, yes. What I need is I need a button I can press that plays a yay sound. Right, so when it says every programming program is hard if it isn't, we're not doing it right. Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, a lot of it's down to what you already know. Like, if this is a problem I've solved before, it's no longer hard. It's because I've never tried to solve this before. For me, it's hard. And Google is wonderful. And yeah, exactly. Every programming problem is hard. If it isn't, we're not doing it right. It's hard if we've not done it. If we've done it, or someone else has done it, which is a wonderful thing about Stack Overflow. Isn't Stack Overflow wonderful? A really, really nice thing is if you can find the problem and someone else has done it, then they can point you in the right way and it comes easy. If you can't, you know, you're flailing around until something comes together. And I think we've done this, you know. So what we're going to do here, retrieve name. Don't put commenting because we're never going to remember what we've done. Is that how you spell retrieve? Does that look right? Yeah, retrieve. Retrieve name by 1. Remove first. Remove all. Right, remove by space on new line. 1. Remove all characters before $name. Oh, see there's whatever I'm pressing. Oh, it's command backspace. That's the problem. Don't press command backspace, Rob. For $name. Oh, I've done it again. I keep doing that. That's clearly something I do a real lot of times. Right, then 2. Cut out the last 3 fields. Size, units, and ID. Save. And let's not do echo partial. Let's do dollar volume name equals, and then that's put backticks around that. So now that assigns it to my variable. So now let's echo the variable name out. Volume name equal colon dollar volume. Now if we run it again. Ooh, line 51, command not found. Line 51. Oh, it's volume name. Line 51, command still not found. Ah, because we've got the echo. There we go, look at that. So given this line, we can extract the ID from the end, and we can get the volume name, Swissshore clone -data. And from this line, we've extracted the ID, S5, and we've extracted the volume name is only Swissshore clone. Oh, that's awesome. I'm pleased about that. So now we've done that, we can actually add them to our fstab and stop auto-mounting this disk drive, which is what the whole point of this thing is in the end of the day. So now we've got those. I now call add identifier. It takes the ID and it takes the volume name. Run it again. Right, let's cat / etc fstab to prove it's empty. No, it's got stuff in it. So sudo vim / etc fstab. Add in a password. Come on. Right, delete those 2 lines. Insert a hash. This is my fstab file. Right, let's cat that line again. There we go. So fstab is now an empty line. Run the automount line. Done some stuff. Let's cat it now, and there we've got the 2 automount lines. So there's the UUID for the switch. Oh look, got that up. You know, it's not brackets this time, it's quotation marks. So let's go back here. Delete these 2 lines again. Try. Actually, no. Let's leave those 2 lines there. Let's put them back. Let's cat it again. Oh, for goodness sake. Yeah, there we go. yeah, they're there again now, because what add identifier is supposed to do. Okay, tell me about it. Two old friends, brackets and quotation marks, braces, they're all the same problem. What add identifier is supposed to do is supposed to remove the UUID if it's already in there. So hopefully that will remove it automatically for me. So what I think I need to do, I need to pass in double quotes here to pass in the volume name as multiple, because it's got spaces in it, which brings it here. And I wonder if I need, this is already in double brackets, double quotes. So I wonder if I don't need double spaces around that one, double quotes around that one. So let's have a look and try. Oh, actually, let's tidy up the echoes now. We don't need all these lines now. We can take out echo line and echo one line at a time. We can, actually, let's comment them for now. Comment, 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 like that. Let's run it now. Added 2, and now at least it's passed it incorrectly here. Ah, you're off to bed. It's obviously late for you wherever you live in the world. I live in London, so it's early. But anyway, good luck and good night to you. Take care. Let's cut that. And it's done it correctly. So you were there always right to the end, Moonlit. You saw the end. Moonlit 101 saw it all work. Oh, I'm so pleased about that. That took about an hour or so. And now I can write it up into a blog post, because this is clearly not the medium for which someone's going to learn how to do this in the future. But we have successfully achieved our goal. How awesome is that? I didn't even need that. Don't need that. Right, so first thing to do, let's add this. Retrieve, add some comments. Retrieve ID, which is the last. Which is the last field on the line. That's, goodness me, on the line. Reverse. Which has to do that. Then retrieve name. Retrieve volume name. That's disk identifier. Get list of identifiers and volume names from disk util info. Oh, I wonder if use double quotes. I don't know if single quotes work. So I don't, fuck it, let's try it. Okay, yeah, I can use backticks and a comment without it doing anything silly. Good. Let's say, so comment this up, add list of identifiers. Right, so let's take those lines. Example, hash example usage. I'm just putting these here because they're the real ones for my system, and I'd like to keep them just in case I need them. Right, so let's get this function. Add an identifier to the add a volume to etc. fstab file into be volume. The volume has no auto mount, has not auto mounted. So that's SS file by, how many lines are we up to here? How many characters? About there. By its identifier. Also pass in the volume name to add a comment. Add a comment. on that line so that we can remember, we can identify it. That's how I spell identify. Identify it when later. Right, later. Like that. That looks good to me. Cool. Then that's what that does. It takes the ID, it takes the volume name. We should probably check that they exist if we go write reasonably good code. If minus said volume name usage add identifier takes two parameters, ID and volume name, like that. Exit 2. If we screw up calling it, we're not going to. A little bit of defensive programming. Defensive programming never hurts. Right, from disk-util info, well, ID. If you pass in the ID into disk-util info, you'd get a lot of information out. So we can grep for the volume and we can grep for the type bundle and print the last. I wonder if we can print NF rather than doing all this. Go $ID exit. Now if we can do ID equals echo $line like that. I'm going to do that. That might be a little bit less typing. Let's actually get the text right there. Oh yeah, that's it. That's a bit neater. Let's do that. It's filled on the line. Then we've got to retrieve the volume, and the volume is more complicated. Oh, let's extract. Extract name in the middle of the $line by 1. Remove all characters before name. 2. Cut out the last 3 fields. I wonder what printnf does. Like G org printnf. Oh, not a Stack Overflow. That's interesting. That didn't work. First scrolling. The NF will print only if there's one row. Oh, we'll print the last row. Yeah, no, org doesn't work this case. Org print all except last 3. Print all columns except the first one. Print all columns except the last one. Not sure that's easier. I think we'll use the rev cut. Pipe D wants cut default delimiter. Oh, it's a tab character. Okay, that's why you need to space it. It'd be neater to do that awk thing. I don't think I can do that. Awk, extract everything except last 3 columns. That's that one. Ooh, they're horrible. I prefer the cut, it's a bit clearer. Awk, there's the awk liner. Ooh, in OS X you have to do something special. My goodness me. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think the cut is the easier than that. That looks fairly short though. My goodness me, they are way more complicated than I want. Yeah, no, I think our cut is the best way to handle that. By reversing, cutting, unreversing. Checks. Capture. No, we don't need that comment line. All done. I probably don't need that line either. Tempted to put that in a function now we've done all this work. What should we call it? Anyone got an idea? Oops, so beach board. Function, add drive to fstab. Add a drive volume. Add all volumes that start with $name to / etc. fs tab with no auto flag, such that they do not auto mount. So name equals $1. inject, put a comment there. Add identifier, no, add drive, $name. It actually works. No, you have to define first. Let's see if it works now. Or said minus sign might not be used with minus standard in. Why is it on set with that? I didn't think we were using said. Oh, there. Oh, fstab. Oh, fstab. fstab equals slash etc. fstab. There we go. And it's done it right. Okay, I think that's really working now. So I shall stop this stream, write the blog post, call it done. Thanks for watching. Particularly enjoyed having the conversation in this stream as well. That was awesome. Take care.